I get this question a lot, which is why I had to do a video, right? Eddie, or this is the question I get. Should I take the strengths assessment again? Do the strengths move around? Does it change much? What happens when I take the assessment again? Ultimately, for me, I want to share with you if you should take it again, and if you do, what do you do with it and how does it work? In this video, I'm going to share with you exactly how to answer this question. I've had a long journey with this question over my years of understanding strengths. And after working with people, I have a really solid answer for this for you. So if you're in a situation right now where you have taken it a long time ago, whatever a long time ago is, and you're feeling or thinking that you might want to take it again, here's a great video that'll help you understand. I'm going to ask you to also share this with others who have taken it a while back and they want the answer to this question too. So first off, when you're in a situation where you've taken the strengths assessment a while back, but you're feeling like you've changed or grown, right, since, and you're starting to feel like maybe the strengths report that you took a while back isn't quite you anymore. And that feeling of maybe that's not who I am anymore is going to be doubled down when I'm constantly telling you to focus on your strengths. If I'm constantly telling you, focus on your strengths, and you're looking at that report going, what if that's not me anymore? You might be ready to take the strengths assessment again. So, hello, Angie. Hello. What I want to share with you is imagine being able to take the strengths assessment again and knowing exactly when to do that. And with this, we'll call it refocusing of being your best self, you go back into the most effortless focus and results and joy than you've had in the last, let's say, 6 to 12 months. Imagine having a whole new focus, a whole new re-energizing, a whole new enthusiasm for you. That's what I want to share with you in this concept is I'm going to go over, on this video, I'm going to go over should you take it again and why and what happens if. Then I'm going to give you steps. If you feel like this means that it's time for you to take it again, I'm also going to make it very easy for you to do that with a discount. So yes, the strengths assessment, Clifton Strengths Assessments, prices have gone up over the last 12 months a couple of times. And Gallup really doesn't offer a lot of discounts. Rarely, occasionally, they'll give a discount for like a short period of time. But ultimately, I wouldn't sit around waiting for a discount. But me, as a certified Gallup Strengths coach, I get a $10 discount. And I'll show you how you can take advantage of that at the end of this video. All right, let's do this. So, how do you know you need to take it again? Let me go over a couple of rules and remind you again how the strengths assessment works. It doesn't measure your actual strengths. What it measures is what you care about most right now. What it measures is how you love to do things right now. And that can shift. So when does it shift? How do you know it's shifting? Instead of just going, I feel like it's shifting, right? So when I first started answering this question, I used to tell people, just take it once, that's it. You never have to take it again. Turns out after years of working with thousands of people, that's not quite true. Then I thought, well, only take it if you feel in your heart you should take it again and throw out the old one. Well, after working with thousands of people, especially people who have taken the assessment again, I actually know how to use the old report and the new report. So after working with people, I figured this out, and this is how it works. Each and every one of us goes through phases in life, right? Think of these phases in, like, I'm gonna use an example. Like you go from being a teenager to a high school graduate, right? And then you're off to college, right? Those are different phases. Or let's say you go through college and finish college. Then you get married, another phase. Then you have children, it's another phase. Or maybe that phase is blended with the marriage. Those children move from, let's say, 0 to 8 years old to 8 to 13-year-old, right? That's a whole other child. And so you as a parent are moving into a different phase. Then those children grow up and they go off to college. And then you're, let's say empty nester, new phase. So this is just an example, but there are many different phases in our life, and they happen about every 5 to 10 years, roughly 5, closer to 5 than 10. So if you took the strengths assessment, let's say somewhere between 5 to 10 years ago, and it could be 3 to 5 years ago too, but you've moved into a new phase in life. You've shifted into a new responsibility or a new purpose or a new, maybe you went from working for everybody and you retired, right? Or maybe you had a job that you worked 24 hours a day, or at least it feels like it. And suddenly you had a child and you quit that job and became a stay-at-home mom, right? That's a whole new phase. And so ultimately when you have these new shifts in your life, your priorities shift, your desires shift, or maybe you've gone through a traumatic experience, like an injury or an accident. Or maybe, I'm trying to give you ideas because I want you to think about people who have taken the assessment again. Or maybe you were working for a large corporation, like I was for many years, and then you suddenly get fired, like I was, right? And then you go get another job, and you get fired again. You better believe that was a whole new phase in my life. Right? And so when I got fired that second time, I shifted. I went from serving the needs of others to trying to figure out who I was. And so my strengths definitely shifted. Right? Had I even known about the strengths assessment back then, I would have taken it again. Maybe you had some loved ones, leave you, for whatever reason, maybe death or injury or just abandonment, right? New phase. Hi, Linda. Thanks for watching. Come hang out. So if you've been thinking about taking the strengths assessment again, just ask yourself this question. Am I in a new phase in life compared to when I took it the first time? Now, the rest of this video, I'm going to break down what do you do, how do you take it again, and how do I use the old one, right? How do I use the old one in conjunction with the new one? So what I teach in strengths to start off with is to understand your dominant domain. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to give you the steps when you take the assessment the second time. What I want you to do is what I teach people is how to understand your dominant domain. So that means that if you have 3 or more of a certain leadership domain in your top 10, you do everything with a desire to honor you do everything in a way that honors the desire that comes with that. Let me give you an example. If you have 3 or more of the relationship building strengths in your top 10, then that means that you do everything best when you honor your desire to connect with the right people. And so if the new strengths report then shows that you have 3 or more of the influencing strengths, right? Then you've moved from someone who is trying to connect with people into someone who wants to inspire and challenge people. Linda says it's been 10 years since I took my original test. Yeah, I'd say, Linda, you're probably in a whole new phase in your life, probably a whole new different. And so taking it again is totally reasonable, but I'm going to show you what to do when you do, if you decide to do it. So let's think about this real quick as an example, so I can show you how to use the old report and the new report to help you solidify where you are right now. Okay. If you had dominantly relationship building strengths in your top 10, let's say 5 to 10 years ago, right? For example, if Linda had that, and let's say you took it again, Linda, and it said you had 3 or more influencing strengths. Let's think about that for a minute. That means you went from a desire of connecting with people to the desire of moving people forward, which tells me you've gathered a lot of people, but you now have the desire to get those people to do things, but not just do them with you. And so that shift of going, oh, yes, I have definitely had a desire to gather people. Now I want to move them forward. Now I want to challenge them. I want to inspire them. I want to run with them and do something that grows them and myself, right? Okay, let's use yours as an example. Okay, so strategic thinking, excellent. Okay, hello, Sharana, welcome. Hi, Ruth, welcome. So I'm showing you all what happens when you take the assessment more than once, how to use the old one and the new one. So Linda took it. Linda, by the way, how many strategic thinking strengths are in your top 10? Let me know. When you took it. So hello, Holly, welcome. So let's say Linda's got 3 or more strategic thinking strengths in her top 10. That means that she had a desire to think and create and learn. That means she's in here, right? And she's solving problems with visualizing or strategizing or analyzing or theorizing, and she's learning and gathering information. Good morning, Sharana. And Ruth, hello, 6 executing. Oh, that's a good one. Hey, Jay. So for those of you that are following right now, I'm looking at Linda's strengths. And so if Linda were to take that strengths assessment again, let's pretend that now she still has some strategic thinking strengths, but suddenly a bunch of executing strengths have moved up, right? Like if you look at the whole 34 and you see all the executing strengths that are probably down low or middle are making their way to the top. So I want you to think about this. This is amazing. This means that Linda's choosing to start getting some stuff done. And maybe because she's getting a little older and she's starting to feel the urgency or the weight of time and feeling like if I don't get stuff done now, I might not have time later. This idea of time is becoming more important, right? And so the thinking is not done, but we want to reduce it so that we're getting stuff done. Now let's pretend that, good morning, Holly. Let's pretend that Linda's executing strengths are basically saying, Linda, time to get some crap done. Time to get some stuff done. Things need to be done, Linda. And so if Linda were to take the strengths assessment again, she can own that and say, yes, yeah, that is me. And then so it helps her solidify or affirm what she's been feeling. This is what's awesome about taking the assessment multiple times, or again, I should say, when you're going through these new phases. So let's see, Linda says intellection, empathy, restorative learner input, individualization, or individualism. There you go, that's interesting. Achiever, connectedness, developer, strategic. Yeah, it's possible, right? Or maybe influencing strengths are showing up and Linda's like, I'm done with this thinking. I need to use this thinking to now inspire others. Or maybe she'll get a bunch of relationship building strengths and she's feeling like all this thinking is causing her too much isolation and she now wants to connect. Elle says, love how they evolve with your life. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you evolve, you're a human being, so why wouldn't the strengths? And let me just debunk a few things that you've heard. It is absolutely likely that any of your top 10 strengths can suddenly become your bottom. It is absolutely likely. I see it often. I was told that that doesn't happen, or it's extremely rare. Yet I've seen it multiple times where someone's like number 7 strength or number 8 strength has suddenly moved to 33 or 34. Absolutely. And I've also seen someone's 33rd or 32nd or 34th strength move right into number 5 or number 4. But you have to ask yourself, why would such a dramatic shift happen? And this is what's cool about this. When you take the strengths assessment, again, you see those shifts, but then you can kind of tie them to what's been going on in your life since the last time you took it, to help you solidify where you are right now. And so I took it, I'm going to get personal here. I took it in a very intense time in my life. Very intense. In 2018, my goal was literally to move people forward. We were in the middle of growing our network marketing business, and we had just hit a brand new rank. And all I was thinking about was getting people on our team making money. How could I help people on my team making money? How can I help them develop a skill to make money? And so, is it really weird that 5 influencing strengths showed up in my top 10? Not at all. Not weird at all. So that's right when I got introduced to strengths, and I went on this obsession over moving people forward when I understood what influencing meant, right? But that was 2018. It's 2024. And holy cow, have I gone to a whole new phase in life, right? Where I'm still growing our network marketing business, but I'm really moving this mission of making or helping the world understand their strengths. It's a slightly different muscle, which means my desires and what I feel and care about and how I love to do things have changed. And so I've been thinking about this in this new phase in life. And I've been recently thinking about, okay, I think it's ready. I think it's time for me to take it again. So I'll go use my Clifton Strengths assessment discount. Right? I get $10 off. Go get myself a code, sit down for 30 minutes, take the assessment again, and then go live on Facebook, show you my old report, and show you my new report. So if you all would like me to do that, I need a little bit of support on this one. Tell me in the comments, would you love for me to show you my old and new one? And for those of you that know me and care about me and follow me, and for all these years, I know you all would be able to read that report and know exactly what's going on. You all would be able to get right into my head and find out exactly what's making Eddie tick and all that fun stuff. Look at I know, I love you all. You guys, you're the best. I love the support. Look at all these comments, right? This is love, and I appreciate all. Okay, so Elle says, that happened with my son as he gained more perspective in life. Yes, more perspective shifts your priorities, shifts what you care about. And taking the strengths assessment is a really good way to check in and stay current with who you are when you're moving into these new phases, as I described earlier in this video. Jay says, Charlie Wright Achiever went from 34 to 1, and it is so number one. Yeah, and so that means that Charlie went from not really being concerned with his own personal achievements to suddenly becoming extremely concerned over personal achievements. And so what Charlie gets to do is say, well, what happened? What event in my life was a catalyst for that shift? And then you could basically put meaning to that shift and then attach that meaning to what you do going forward. Y'all, when you put meaning and identity to you and who you are in a way that helps you get what you want, you get results and joy faster. So, it's funny, no. All right, let's see. I'm taking a look at the comments. Okay, so let me sum up this video. Should you take the assessment again? If you've gone through a new phase in your life and you are concerned that maybe the old report might not be who you really are, or might not be a clear connection of who you are now, maybe it was who you were then, yes, take it again. If you're moving into a new phase, or you have moved into a new phase. If you have questions about what are good examples of phases, put them in the comments. I used a few earlier, but let me know. Hey, Dana, welcome. What else? If you take it again, or when you take it again, take a look at the dominant domains and ask yourself, what am I moving towards? I'll give you some more tips here. If a person has dominantly relationship building or influencing strengths, then they're all about being around people. If they have dominantly executing or strategic thinking strengths, then they prefer to be alone, right? Prefer to be alone and more isolated. So if, let's say, a relationship building influencer takes the strengths assessment again, and suddenly they're an executing strategic thinker, then they're you can tell, they've been like, okay, I don't like the people I'm around. I need to retreat, power up, make a new plan, and go out and do the thing. Or if they go from an executor to relationship builder, they're tired of getting stuff done and they just want to connect. If they go from a relationship builder to a strategic thinker, right? Well, they've gathered the right people. Now they want to learn and study and understand. If they've gone from a strategic thinker to an influencer, they're done. They've thought it through. They've gone through the thinking and the analyzing and the theorizing, and they have found a purpose that they want to help other people move forward with. Do you understand what happens when you shift from one to the next? It helps you refocus and give purpose and meaning to the new strengths assessment. Elle says, I've been leery to retake since I'm so invested in my strengths. but I've had so many changes in my life since I last took it in 2018. Yeah, absolutely. And I'm going to give you a little warning about something too. If you, like someone I love, which I'll mention in a minute, have an issue, like a negative response in some way to a bottom strength, like I hate that strength, right? Like for me, I always teach people, when you look at your bottom strengths, just look at them as strengths you don't have to use. It doesn't mean hate them. Say, I hate you, stupid bottom strength. If you spend your time pouring negativity into a bottom strength, and you take that strengths assessment again, and that strength pops up, you're going to have some issues. I'll give you an example. My lovely wife had deliberative at 33, and in her second report, shot up. I can't remember which one, but it's in her top 5. And she saw that and had a very, like a vomit kind of response, like, because she had issues with deliberative. And her and I had to like have many conversations over understanding, like, sweetheart, this is totally you, right? It works, and here's why. So I had to like kind of coach her through that. Consequently, input was a high strength. It was in, I think it was like 7 or 8 for her, and it went down to 34. So she had this massive, like that, and it freaked her out a little bit because she had been pouring into her strengths. So this is for you, Elle. That was my response with woo number 1. Good. That was for you, Elle. I wanted to make sure that you understood that there's nothing to fear, but you want to make sure that you're aware that your bottom strengths are not villains. They're strengths. They're just strengths you don't have to. You can just say, that's not who I am right now, right? That's not who I am. I don't have to. And by saying I don't have to, it relieves the pressure of needing to or feeling like you're supposed to. Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. There's a young lady by the name of Jocelyn Villa who has just joined the live. Hey, kiddo. Thanks for joining. I love you. So, anyway, my heart is like happy. Okay, Elle, you're welcome. You're so welcome. All right, so here's how it works, ladies and gentlemen, or assuming there's a gentleman watching. Jay says, relieving the pressure of the bottom strengths. Saying things like, I don't have to fix everyone else's problems was like me losing 10 pounds. But when I got on the scale, that didn't show. All right. So, hey, kiddo. So what I want to just reiterate one more time, if you're going through a new phase in life, or you've been going through a new phase in your life, chances are it's a good idea to take it again. I get a $10 discount. If you're interested in using my $10 discount, all you got to do is message me. Tell me how many codes you want. If you just want one code, I'll send you a link to purchase one code. It's $10 off. The regular price right now, it could go up again. Gallup is charging $63 after tax to take the strengths assessment. I get a $10 discount. So that means you can pay me $53 and I'll go buy a code for you with my discount, and then you go take the assessment if you want to do it again. If you want to buy multiple codes for a group or a training, or if you're trying to build a business around strengths and you want to have codes ready that you can sell or use as part of your package deal, just let me know how many you want. I can get as many as I want. I think I can get as many as 100 in a single purchase. So you tell me. In the last 48 hours, I've had several people buy 5 or 10, and I just send you an invoice, you pay it, and then I'll send you those 5 or 10 codes. So message me privately if you're interested, or put in the comments, whatever. Best thing is to message me on Facebook. So do that. So take the strengths assessment again, take a look at the old one, take a look at the new one, and ask yourself, what's shifting? Am I shifting from connecting to inspiring? Am I shifting from inspiring to producing? Am I shifting from producing to thinking? Am I shifting from thinking to connecting? Right? And it's really awesome when you do that. Okay, my friends, tag people you know who've been considering doing the strengths report. Again, share this on your groups. And my friends, of course, get access to the strengths of this Summer of Strengths collection of videos I'm doing. I'm not going to be stopping. I'm going to keep doing this all year long. So for now, it's Summer of Strengths, but we're going to go all the way to the winter. It'll become Winter of Strengths. I probably won't be walking around outside much, but I'll still be doing videos first thing in the morning, and you'll be able to have access to all those videos in a nice, organized place, so you don't have to worry about searching content. It'll be really organized for you. Plus, we're giving you tools on how to use this content to help you utilize and understand your strengths. I'll be putting out more content inside of there in a private group where we will even do what's called the round table. And the round table is where everyone shows up and we just talk about strengths. I'll share some thoughts or ideas of what's going on with strengths development for me and how I'm using it to help my certification group and my inner circles. You can get some of that content and just show up and hang out and we can talk. You can ask questions and even share what you're learning. So join us on that round table. We're going to have one every month for everybody's a part of that group. It's only $29 a month. And you can get in as right now and start getting access to all the content and support that we've already created for you, including a simple, basic fundamentals course to help you understand your awesomeness and how to work with everything you do. All right, my friends, time to go. I love you all so much. Once again, here it is, putting the link up. There's the link. Get tickets to my live event, September 17th. Come learn how to unleash your strengths to help others be their best selves with everything they do. I'm teaching you how to do it, kiddo. Hey, get after it. Yeah, get after it. There you go. See? She knows. She knows. I love that kid. All right, you're welcome, Elle. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you all on the next video. Get the link right now. Join the live event. Get the live stream. Whatever you got to do, be there if you can. We only have a few more tickets left for the live event, so got to see you all there. Okay, bye, everybody.